Yo, welcome to Under the Influence Cocktails and Consciousness. This is a critical thinking platform where we talk about issues that are important to the black millennial and some issues not so important to the black millennial. Uh, but as we know, sometimes those issues are tough, so we handle them with a cocktail. I am your host, Caleb, and also the host with me, the lady, Ivory.
Hi.
There she is. She eating popcorn, smashing the
Can
shits.
hear it.
I can hear it. You had they hit them damn bags. Talking about all the people there. But yeah, so the topic of today is something that has been going crazy on Black Twitter, going on Black social media, Black consciousness community. The black some of it's just the I don't know, some of the bougie community. Hell, I mean the audience is
That's
is vast. But what's going on right now is the two doctors are battling, two black doctors, right? We got Dr. Umar Johnson and we got Dr. Boyce Watkins.
we don't know if one of them actually is.
See that? Look, that's she said it. I didn't. Until I feel like a man is innocent until proven guilty. And
Well,
he
you
might.
can't prove it. That's the problem.
Who can't prove it? Who knows?
Nobody can find it.
I honestly, and I can't. Don't quote me on this, but I read somewhere, and I can't remember where he got this from. But I don't know though. But it might have been. But I don't know though because I'm saying I don't know because it might have been what I read about his bachelor's, or he got his regular degree from. So it might not have been his PhD, but I can't remember. I think it was somewhere in Maryland though. I'm thinking in my head, but don't quote me on that because I don't know a lot of things. Probably this included. But what's happening is uh, a young lady who is on the Boyce Watkins platform. I cannot remember her name right now, but she's on the Boyce Watkins platform, and she made a video basically asking Dr. Umar Johnson, like, "Yo, where the cash at? You did a speaking tour, you still do a speaking tour. You ask for donations, you taking checks, you taking money orders, I believe. You taking you got a PayPal, you got a GoFundMe, and you collecting money for the school, but we have yet to see I believe she said you yet to see a business plan or any type of blueprint or anything like that. And also, I think she had a beef or a quarrel with the fact that he keeps changing the GoFundMe. I think it was at maybe 2 million, and then he changed to 4 million. And there was some like reference to the fact that when he went on Breakfast Club, that's when it changed. So I guess maybe he went up the status. But yeah, so this young lady made this video on Boyce Watkins's platform, his YouTube page to be precise, and Dr. Umar Johnson, the Prince of Pan Africanism, the relatives of Marcus Garvey and Frederick Douglass, he wasn't too happy about that shit, and um, you know, he had words with her. Now, apparently, I don't know, and I don't know this for sure, but she was supposedly he called her a cunt.
Wow.
Let's look at that. She's like, but I don't know, but that's what he supposedly did, and word got back to the camp over at the Black Business School or Your Black World, and they was like, all right, well, and then the king came out. Now the king being the doctor, Dr. Boyce Watkins, he came out and he was he had things to say. He was kind of like, hey Umar, I kind of reached out to you, we ain't got together, I'm kind of like, such and such. But the thing about it, he apologized first, right? Well, before we get into all that, because I have my perspective, which is I respect both men. Let me tell you, at the end of the day, my conclusion is gonna come early in this. I respect both men. At the end of the day, I believe once you know what they're really doing, once you know actually what they're actually doing, you know what I mean. Whether you respect their why they're doing it, their reasons, but it's a very interesting, powerful thing. I mean, they're making money and it's a business at the end of the day. But I respect both men. I don't believe in two black men. I don't believe in two men. Especially if they claim to be out, to be like on the same team. But I don't want
Allies.
allies, but you know, ally can't be ally. Sometimes, like you know, sometimes you're with me if I really need you, but then other than that, we ain't really fucking with you. You know what I mean?
Well, I thought it was like somebody where y'all have like a common agenda, a common goal, and y'all align in that, and so y'all fighting for the same thing in the same. Like this
Okay.
is my ally because we're fighting for the same purpose.
Hey, you might be right. You
I
know,
don't know.
you might be right. But you know, the thing about it is, I don't like the fact that it has to be like you know, a horizontal thing. Like, don't destroy each other. You know what I mean? It's enough things out there that's gonna do that for you. Don't throw shade and don't enter the shade room and don't destroy each other. Let other things
The
happen.
shade room.
The shade room. That's really when you in the shade. When you start having these battles like this, you have entered the shade room.
I know, but it's a blog. That's why I'm not.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah. But so let them know what you think though.
I do agree with you. Like, you hate to see them publicly having a disagreement because it's like that old saying that, like, you don't air out your dirty laundry. You don't let the public or outsiders know that family has beef. Especially if you're trying to like fight against like the social ills that are going on in the Black community, that you don't want to see any type of like weaknesses, because that easily can like be something that can be like used against you in this movement. So that's just true that like I hate to see that, but I feel that way 25%, but 75% I'm leaning strongly towards the idea of, if you truly care about your fellow brother, your fellow family member, you hold them accountable and you hold them to a standard, and you question when things seem shaky or unsure. And it's okay to question, and if any moment that's questioned, if that person is truly legit, they should have no problem with giving you a straight answer and keeping it moving. Whenever they feel like they can't provide you with the answer, or they feel threatened by you questioning them, that's a red flag. And so I'm more concerned with the fact that, like, why can't, if people are giving money to your GoFundMe account so that you can create this school that you said that you're going to create for these young boys, people work very hard for their money, and they are sacrificing, I'm sure, something else within their income, within their daily lives, to invest in what you said you were going to do. So they want to know where that money is going, because if it's not going to go to what you said it was going to go to, then I could have bought something else. I could have put that in, whatever. If I got kids, that's taking out my kids' mouth. If I got bills, that's going away from my bills. Like, all of these. So, like, yeah, people want to know, and he should tell them, because this is people's hard-earned money. Like, I have this shirt business, and the moment somebody purchases a shirt, I don't play around. I make sure I print off they receipt in the postage, and I mail their stuff. Like, I'm not about to play with people's money, like, because they don't have to do that. They don't have to purchase. They don't have to invest in what you're doing. They don't have to support you. And so if someone questions it, you be ready with answers. So I'm not rocking with him feeling a way about it, and I'm certainly not rocking with Umar Johnson calling a woman a name because of it. Like, that's infantile thinking, and it's unfortunate. So yes, I do agree that, like, you hate to see anybody combating publicly, especially people that you respect, but it's also important to hold people accountable and question, and have critical thinking in this. You don't just let things fall by the wayside, because that's how people get used. So I'm on the side of Boyce Watkins in this, in the fact that, like, I should question. Now, the thing I don't like is that he kept uploading YouTube videos like every hour on the hour about it. I thought that was a little
I think
weak.
it was 3 of them, right?
Right. I think that was
First,
a little weak.
it was like a calling him out, and then it was like an apology, and then it was like
Yeah.
a I'm
Like
done.
yeah.
I have something to say about that, but continue. What were you saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, basically, I just feel like you say what you gotta say, you stick to it, and then that's it. Anything else, you just got you let it ride out. And if you are wrong, you have a private conversation with this man about it. And if y'all do agree that okay, I'll say something publicly, you put out a public statement, but you wait a couple of days. Don't do all this going back and forth in one day in less than 24 hours. Like that's not showing that's not showing that you have stability in your thought process and how you feel about things, and you're putting him in a level of power when you do that, because like outside of calling this woman a cunt, which he already is like on my shit list. Like if y'all listen to the first videos that we did months ago, then you already know I'm not here for Umar Johnson. I personally think that like he's full of shit most of the time. But the fact that Boyce Watkins, who I do respect and hold to a different like standard, kept putting out these videos, he put Umar Johnson in a level of power. He put him in not the same playing field, but almost like in a authoritative position, because it's like you kept answering to this man, and you kept trying to explain yourself about this man, and like I just feel like that's not necessary. So I hated to see that happen, but I do think it's important to ask where the money going, where the money at. Are you still giving it to the stripper? I mean, what's up? Because we ain't seen no school. There's nothing wrong with asking that. That's my 2 cents.
Oh man. Well, look, man. That's why I say the stripper. I agree with everybody's point. Everybody, I think, on the man side of the game, have come to the point where they like, as a man and as a woman, so we gotta respect that whatever happens between them should not have been aired. Should not have been aired out. That's just not something that should have happened. It did, but that's the thing about it. But
he shouldn't have been so sloppy about it.
Hey, he lover boy, what you're talking about. Hey, let me meditate on that ass.
He lover boy, all right.
Let me meditate on that ass. But hey, back to seriousness. Let me
meditate on that ass. Meanwhile, sister, you gotta keep it natural, sister. You come from the oh God, don't get me started on that.
Man, look,
I can't deal.
That leads me to a point with both of them, though. I think both of them, they are seen as, nobody wants to call it out. Nobody wants to say it because, it's become very, like, I don't know, a no-no, or maybe it's cliche to say it or something. I don't know, that you're a black leader. You're just a speaker who, has a following, but you're not really a leader. But you really are, I'm really sarcastic because you really are a leader. I mean, like,
you got a following. People follow you. They listen to what you say.
Yeah, but none of them say they are. But they weren't always that. You know what I mean? They weren't always that. Like Dr. Umar Johnson was just. I mean, if you look at his earlier pictures, he ain't really got the fitted hat and the dashiki and the ones and the jeans yet. I mean, he really got a suit on all the time, and he really doing it straight cool. He ain't got the beard yet. He being real clean cut with it. You know what I mean? And he was kind of overweight and chubby, and
he still is.
You know what I mean? Well, but now he's Big Papa. Now he's Big Papa. He's the overweight lover of this motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like MD or something.
He's more like stout.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like you could tell he probably wasn't getting too much play back in the day. You know what I mean? And look, if you look at Boyce, I mean, he's an intellectual. He is kind of.
We haven't seen pictures of him back in the day though. He might have been, somebody that women were attracted to.
Okay, you already have a bias.
Older.
You already got a bias. But you know what I'm saying? I just don't see it.
But he's at the end of the day, both of them. Like, I'm not a hater. I'm not
hating. I'm just trying to say.
I'm saying for me, like, I think for both of them, because they are smart men, I'm sure that neither one of them have a problem getting women.
Back in the day?
Yeah, because
before they got on.
Yeah, because they've always been smart men. They have been in academics. They have been like, you know what I mean? So like women are always gonna like men who are smart. Like, you know what I mean? Like then the women may not have been like supermodels or whatever, like, you know, somebody may be perceived as like being whatever, but like I'm sure they've always gotten women. Like I don't think that, like, as especially as a black man who is educated in some form of fashion, like that's not it's not difficult to get women. I'm
I
sure
tell you what, though, I think they're probably getting more now, though. They both single men. You know what I'm saying? They both single men. I'm telling you, I'm telling you now. The more money you get, the more women you get, and the better quality women you get. So that's
Now
just
I
the
will
real.
say Umar, I don't think when like post college that he wasn't getting it. I don't think he was, but that's just my women's intuition.
Women's intuition, right? That's when niggas be wearing fitted hats with dashikis.
That's
That's
why
just
he's wearing that now.
but all right, back to the message though. But um, they get to a certain point, and Boyce kind of pointed out Umar, but I kind of see it in both of them. Like, you kind of have a God complex a little bit. You kind of have this, like, this air about yourself. It's not that Boyce really has I feel like a God complex, but I feel like he mentions that he can hang out with like Dame Dash now, and he can be with these people that he wasn't with, and
I
he
hate that he
shows
does
he
that.
shows humility with it because he's like, thank you,
Yeah.
but he does mention it. It's like name dropping, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, I hate that.
It's like, you know what I'm saying, but he does that, and Dr. Umar is very outright with his. You know what I mean? He's just like, yo, I'm the king, I'm Big Papa, pound sign Big Papa. Anyway, I think his meme was like, people gonna have the gas face when when I open my school. Like, you know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? But I feel like you can't. I mean, people gonna flex a little bit now that they at that
I
level.
just
They
feel
both
like
flexing.
of
They
the
both
belief
flexing,
that
man.
like you don't have to say the what is known. You don't have to mention the obvious. Like I've always been of that belief. I've never been attracted to men who have to state who they are, what they've done, or what they can do, or what they have. Like when you are who you are, when you have what you have, it's obvious. You know, you can feel it. A blind man can feel the energy, and then you just be you, and you just do you. And you know what I mean? Like, so when you gotta say it and when you gotta state it, to me that's the inferiority complex, and like that's problematic. Now, I think that Boyce Watkins says it mostly because he's a little older, and I just think that he doesn't really have like that cool factor. He's a older man, but I think that
Can't say that though. How old is Dame Dash? They the same age. It's
that's
just,
true. They
you know what I'm
are.
saying? So you can't really say
I
that.
just
That's why
think
I
that
say like he really
he's
was like
nerdy.
that
He's
back in
more
the day.
nerdy.
You know what I'm saying? He just was
Yeah,
like that.
you're right.
So, cause I mean, I think he grew up in the era like, damn, that's
That's
Dame
true.
Dash. Like, that's when they had to, you know what
They
I'm
the
saying?
same age.
They're around the same age. Dame Dash is in his early 40s,
Dang, they look.
and I think Boyce Watkins will be 44.
Boyce Watkins,
So
he
like,
need a makeover because he look about
you know what I'm
59.
saying? So like,
He
and
needs
just the
some
whole
help.
swagger, the whole demeanor, the whole everything. Like
He
Dame,
just different.
Dame had chicks. Like, you know what I'm
Right, right,
saying?
right.
They go, like, Dame
Umar,
had
I
chicks.
mean, not Umar. Boyce is a intellectual.
Yeah, he's
Like,
just intellectual.
you know what I mean? He's debated with like public intellectuals. Like, he is of that whole like, professor world, and like, so he's not gonna be hip. He's just not,
You don't have, I
and he's
mean,
not trying to
I
be.
feel like you don't have to put. I mean, it's gonna be a kid one of these days who's hip as hell and it's just like that. He smokes hella
Yeah,
weed.
yeah, yeah, and that's
He's gonna be like that.
yeah,
I hope he comes.
and he is
He's gonna
gonna
be
come.
something
That's the
else.
generation that we are
Yeah,
evolving to. But I'm saying that's not Boyce Watkins.
yeah, but yeah, but that's the thing too. But and I just,
What? Why are you acting so perplexed about this?
I thought about the other day. I was literally thinking about it. I was in the shower and I was just like, just think about the shit because I think about a lot of things. When the
Mm-hmm.
water's going, it just beats against your body and it's just like.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking like Marcus
What?
Garvey and damn, how did I just forget his name? What am I
I know who
doing?
you're talking about.
What am I doing about? Damn, cause I was
Cause
just
they had that public disagreement.
yeah.
Oh
Come
God,
on,
I
dude.
know it's
What are
gonna
we
come to
doing?
you.
How did I forget this?
It's
I just had it
okay.
in my mind though. But you know, um, The other guy, the scholar. That's what it was. He was a scholar, and I feel like I was thinking about the other day, like, you know,
We all look it up.
is this shit like WCW and WWF or something like that, where it's kind of is this because that would be a smart move. Let me get into that before I get. While she's looking up his name, because we have to have a name, because
Yeah.
otherwise it don't matter. But WCW, WWF is like, you know, they stage certain shit. Like, you know, sometimes I believe politics is staged. You know what I mean? I believe a lot of things are staged because, you know, people like adversity, people like drama, and both these people are getting in the light. You know what I mean? One of the top things to being like in that space is creating publicity for yourself. And this is publicity, especially if you can like nudge him on the shoulder, like, hey, let's do this real quick, and let's get the social media feeds on our ass real quick. I mean, that's something you can do. Like, you know what I mean? What was that lady's name? Ann Coulter and Al Sharpton. You know, it was in the Boondocks. And they was kind of like, you know what I mean? That's kind of like what they were doing. Like, yo, you know, we don't do this. We don't really believe this shit. Like, this is really like, come on, man. We really doing this for this cash.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I tend to think
that
about.
would suck if that did happen. I mean, because I just, you know.
You know what I mean? I tend to think about things like that. You know what I mean? But
Booker T. Washington or Du Bois.
Du Bois.
Because
W.E.B. Du Bois.
They had some. They didn't agree on a lot of things either.
But no, W.E.B. Du Bois and Marcus Garvey, because Marcus Garvey wanted to start the Starship, not the Starship, is it Starline? His you know, he wanted to, you know, he started his cruise, his ships, and and W.E. Du Bois hated on him. And I'm thinking about like Marcus Garvey is the, you know what I mean, the relative of Umar Johnson. He's trying to start a school, and he's like, yo, you blocking on my shit. So I'm wondering, like, you know, what is are they trying to do like anniversary thing? Like, I wonder, man, it's just the energy like that. It's just the same thing.
It could be, but a lot of, and you should write about it. I know you talked about this, about this, but you should write about this in depth and kind of find the parallels. But a lot of Black public figures, public intellectuals specifically, had public like disagreements, like, and you know, it goes all the way back to like you said with Marcus Garvey and W.E.B. Du Bois, but you know, you had Michael Eric Dyson and
and Boyce was like, he wasn't really with that though. He was kind of like, you know, that shouldn't be happening. So I'm like, what you mean, dude? Exactly. So is it?
So yeah, you should write about that in depth, because that is something that's not new, and it's just, for me, it goes back to the whole thing of like, you hate to see it happen, but I also think that like, you gotta hold people accountable, and you have to be able to like, it's like being in a marriage, right? And while you don't want to fight publicly, when you know that like your mate is doing something wrong or something you don't agree with, you gotta call them out on it too, right? And sometimes it spills over, but sometimes the kids may see it, like, you know what I mean, they shouldn't. Yeah. So it's one of those things, I think, if that's a good example.
And could this have anything to do with the Black business school? Because he got his own school.
But that's not the same.
Man, look.
It's online.
It's competition, man. It's competition, man. It's competition. It's not for adults. It's not for adults.
It's for kids.
It could, I mean, if you can understand. I mean, I'm not to say that a high school student couldn't understand the curriculum.
Okay, so it's no age limit.
You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that. I mean, and also I'm a person. Wait. I feel like this is major because I'm not a, you know, one of the biggest things they're talking about. You hating. I donated to Dr. Umar's school, and I've also attended classes at the Black Business School. So that's a donation too, because, you know, I really felt like I was okay. You know, right. It was good information, but you know, it's not for the person.
So you're not worried about where your money went to with Umar?
Man, look, I don't think he threw it at a stripper.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean? If I really believed that he was the type of dude that could ever throw it at a stripper, I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, damn, man. That's like, man, look, if he ever threw the money at a stripper, because he might.
Do y'all get refunds?
Man, look, my thing is this: I put it out into the universe. My intention is good behind it.
Right.
And if he on some bullshit, then hey.
Yeah, that's on him.
He ain't got no Bentley. It ain't like Creflo, so I ain't getting just straight stroke. You know what I mean? Like people who give the Creflo, if you're giving a Creflo, guys, at this point, when you got 15 cars and a mega church and a house at $1 million, you're getting stroked. I'm sorry.
What's that?
Like stroke. Think about it.
I don't know.
Like
I know it was
it's
that.
very
Oh God.
sexual, very like you getting stroke, guys.
That's a little.
Getting fucked. I mean, you getting. I mean, I don't. The actual word would be more vulgar than
I
that.
know, but
like because you
you don't
don't.
want to say pause afterwards.
No, because I would, but Dame Dash already stole that. And like, if I said it, it'd be like, oh, nigga, you
That's
are
so
Dame
stupid
Dash. That
anyway.
shit cold. I like it because it's personality. Who else does it?
A lot of
And
people do it. I actually like a lot of rappers on like
Where they get it
be on
from,
the Breakfast Club. They be doing it.
Where they get it from, though?
I don't know.
He's the original, man. If he's not the original, he's had enough. That is shit. But so yeah, man.
So what do you hope happens?
I hope man, look, it's kind of no going back, man, because you gotta understand it's money with this shit, man. That's another thing I don't like about this, because they got businesses, man. This is bit, you don't see like, other races coming out like this, doing this type of shit. Like, you
Yes,
know
they
what I mean?
do.
If we really was gonna talk about it, like, let's make it a racial issue, which I don't, you know what I mean? But since they both of their like audiences are heavy into that, then like publicly like that, back and forth,
Yeah.
and now maybe I'm not into it like that. Well, what you know?
Yeah, like I mean, and the difference between them is they don't have that sense of like attachment to like the race because they are the majority. So if they don't like something someone else did, they gonna say something about it. Like they don't think, oh, he's a white guy, I shouldn't say that publicly. Like, because it's like they're the majority race. They don't care about that. They don't have an attachment to that in that way.
But what about the infamous code that everybody talks about? Do they have a code where they don't throw each other under the bus and shit about certain shit?
Like politicians do it all the time.
I mean, but think about that. That's a competition. I mean, when you have nothing to gain, you don't just out really just start throwing stones at motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? you don't have nothing to gain from it. You ain't just gonna go ahead. All right, just hit him right there. What's going on with you? They don't really just do that. Unless if they have something to gain, yeah, then it's a dog eat dog world. It's a capitalist society. But like this kind of like why? Now Boyce did say also like we want to talk about that. He did have a policy where he lets everybody just kind of like record and just put up shit on his platform. So he really didn't have nothing to do with it. He really had. That's very important. So he could have just stayed out of it.
I hope that I don't get caught a cunt for like.
You might get caught a cunt right now. You might get you get caught a cunt as soon as he see this video. I gonna cut. He gonna send a meme.
You like to call women cunts and stuff.
That's a bad word, Umar. That's a terrible word to call a woman. I ain't gonna lie, man. Look, Umar. I fuck with you halfway, but you can't be calling women cunts, dude. I'm in public.
In general.
You got a good like vocabulary.
What you mean in public?
Use something else, huh?
In general, like you shouldn't be calling that.
Whatever you want to do behind closed doors, man.
Oh God.
No, I'm not trying. Okay, look.
Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? What can you say? What if a woman likes that shit? Some women like that.
Okay.
That nigga probably like to be called all type of shit. You never know. You see how he was caking it.
He likes to meditate.
He likes to meditate. Think about that. Think about that. That's the type of game he on.
But that's how you know he's full of shit. One minute you want to meditate on somebody's ass. Next minute you calling women cunts. One minute you like a sister to be all natural. Next minute you are like fucking with somebody that rocks blonde hair. Which is nothing wrong with that. Like, you should have all type of hairstyle. But I just feel like that is indicative of his contradictions and the fact that he is full of shit. Now, I'm not gonna lie, some things that he says in terms of like education and kids being taught properly and the psychology of how young people function, like I rock with it. Everything else he can take back to the strip club.
I wonder if he met at the strip club.
Don't call me a cunt, people.
I don't think he met at the strip club.
Support Umar.
Right? They're gonna be like, they're gonna be on your ass. Hey, fuck with me, man.
I don't care.
But
hotel if they do.
Umar. But also though, Umar, what did he really do though? That's what I'm thinking too. What did he really do to deserve this, man?
Yeah,
because like he really, they came at him. They came at him. He was on a meme, and they came at him heavy. That's why I'm like, what the fuck?
But they didn't come at him the first time.
They came for him.
She just wanted to know, where's gonna happen with the money? You know, like people put money into this. Like, it's nothing wrong with questioning that. It's like being a part of a church and people saying you can't question a pastor. Like, I don't rock with that. Like, you should be able to like be like, this is I invested my life and my time into this. I can't ask. Like, that's not cool.
But damn,
They didn't
man.
come for him. They just said, what's going on?
And they was like, man, because Boyce was like,
I guess they could have asked him that privately, huh? They probably should.
but he did say, but it's like, man, look, I feel like this. You're a grown ass man. You get to do whatever you want to do. Nobody controls your time. He said he called him. He didn't hit him back. He said, man, I'd have been in movies with him. This is what Boyce was saying. I've been in movies with him and such, and we didn't, kicked it there at the movie set or whatever, like little documentaries. I gave him a number and we changed numbers and, I hit him up and he ain't answer. And then I could try to call him again, such, he ain't answer. Then they questioned me about the degrees. Then he ain't answer. About the money, he ain't answer. I'm like, maybe he just really ain't really trying to talk to you. Is that a bad thing though? I mean, damn. Is that really a bad thing?
No.
You a grown ass man. Look, we both scholars. Cool. We have something in common. Like, you know what I mean? But do your thing. Why can't I just do my thing? You know what I'm saying? I don't even have no YouTube channel, my nigga. It ain't like I'm the super socialist nigga in the world. Like, Umar all he do is travel. I mean, I think he do like little radio shows I done seen him on and such, but he really just do his lectures. He ain't got no YouTube channel or nothing like that. You know what I mean? It ain't like, it's that easy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got a radio show or nothing like that. It's like, come on, man. What if he ain't trying to talk to you? And I ain't like some of the words that Boyce was saying. Boyce was like, when I think I'm done with Umar Johnson. That sound like some girlfriend shit, man. What you mean you done with him?
Yeah, I didn't like seeing that.
Yeah, you talking about shit was hurtful, and you looked up to him, and you thinking, what did you do? Like, what you talk about? What you mean?
Well, I think that him saying that it was hurtful and like I think that's cool. I think it's nothing wrong with a man.
That's very emotional, man.
But it's nothing wrong with a man being emotional.
You talking about his money though? You can't be emotional talking about my man money though.
God. He wasn't talking about his money. He was talking about their interaction with each other and like him seeing him in one light and then him being somebody totally different. Like, it's nothing wrong with using words emotive words to express how you feel as a man. Like, that's the problem now. It's like people want to act tough even when they hurt or disappointed. Like, he's saying like, I'm disappointed. This is how I feel. Like,
I mean, but then to throw in, I mean, to let that be behind, the whole attack of the school though and the money and shit. Like, you can't really be talking about that type of thing in the same breaths. You can't discuss emotion and then discuss money in the same breaths. That's he a financial guy, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's very, you know what I'm saying? It's like you being on a job crying. There's no crying.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
There's no crying in this shit. This is business kind of, you know what I mean? This is how he makes his money. So I don't know about that. I don't understand that move. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But
me either.
And the question of the PhDs, did we talk about that? The PhD questions, like.
I mean, I want to know too.
I do. I mean, I would like to know also.
Yeah, like so, just
Umar.
You post a picture of your degree on Instagram or something.
Be transparent. You know what I mean? But think about the realm that this black conscious community / financial / church. I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on right now. Think about it going to. If he has to post his degree, that's like some Floyd Mayweather, 50 Cent going at each other type shit. Like, it really gets that deep where you really got to start proving and start doing other type of stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, damn.
He hasn't been the only one that asks about it, though. So, just to kind of like silence it.
Damn, you got to post your shit on social media, fam.
I believe he got it online.
And I believe he got to do it, though.
And that's why
he got it online?
Yeah, that's why I think he doesn't really want to talk about it.
He probably did get it online.
Now, if he didn't, I would be.
If he got it online, how would you feel about that?
I don't really rock with that because, like, you using that for your branding, like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, people spend, years to get their PhD, like, and I just that's not something that I would take. And like, it don't take a PhD to do this work and still be great
That's
at
what
it.
Boyce
He
said.
didn't need to have it, but I just feel like since that is his tagline, Dr. Umar Johnson, I was a psychologist in schools and all these things. They're like, just show the receipts. Just
I
show the
feel
receipts.
that. I feel like Umar, man, you need to come out and be a little. You got to at this point, honestly, be a little bit more transparent, man, because it's really getting to that point.
Yeah.
What I don't like too, though, you ever seen Straight Outta Compton? There's a part in the movie where Ice Cube and Easy E, they're sitting down and talking. They like, yo, man, we should have never did that back in the day, man. We had to make the fans choose. We lost money doing that. All that, you know what I mean? That's really what happens, man. Y'all making the fans choose, the following choose, because believe whether y'all want to say it or not, y'all some leaders and y'all got a lot of followers.
But anybody who feels like they have to choose, and it's like that's problematic to me, because as an individual, you should be able to take the information from all men, all counterparts, that take whatever works for you and leave the rest behind and keep it moving. You never want to hold anybody in the light of perfection and follow anybody solely as your sole proprietor and your person that you want to like shadow your life up. That's dangerous. Like, you are a unique individual too. You may be somebody who could potentially supersede whatever they're doing in years to come. So what you do is you take their information, you study what they talking about, whatever works for you, you keep it, leave the rest behind, and you keep it moving. Don't become a cult follower of anything. Like, we're all unique individuals. We're not meant to be a part of anybody's, like, you support people and that's cool, but you don't follow anybody as if like your life and your knowledge is dependent upon it. So that's a problem to me anyway. You can study both of them and be just fine.
Very true, man, because all this is business anyway, guys. Just keep it real.
Right.
It's all a business, man. Everything's a business. If anybody asks for money, it's a business. I don't care what kind of service. You know what I mean? I understand that when you do provide a service, you should reap the benefits. You sow seeds and you get the benefits. So I'm not mad at that, but you have to understand so you understand the correct perspective to put the whole situation into. You know what I mean?
Right. I will say though, if this school does open and he want parents to like, enroll their students, he needs to definitely show that he got this damn degree. Because he needs to show the receipts.
So you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it a bachelor's.
I wouldn't do it anyway. I'm not saying I wouldn't send my kids there anyway. But I'm just saying, like, but I would do it if it was a bachelor. If a person said they had a bachelor's, but you said you had this doctorate. You said you were a psychologist and all of these things. Like, you got to show and prove at the end of the day. So you need to have that up somewhere in the school, because like, just don't be fraudulent and you playing with people's money and you want them to trust you with their children.
Well, there you have it, guys. We're not gonna beat the horse all the way after death, but we will say this, man. It's important in these times to be as much of an individual as you can, because if you don't, you run the risk of, inviting some bad things and missing some good opportunities. Like we say, a lot of people are going to make a split on things like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And both of these gentlemen do provide, I believe, good things.
Oh, this is what he called himself.
Yeah.
Why?
She just got a picture. She pulled a picture up and it says, Dr. Papa. I don't understand, but hey, look, man. We finna get off of here, man.
Oh God, he too deep for me.
Man.
So this is one of his name of his. Okay, and let me just say this so people won't be cussing me out. I'm definitely not a hater. I love to see people shine. I just think that the highest form of love is when you are critical and when you want to see people do better. It's like when you like I work with young people, and even when you have a child, like you never want, even when you see that like they could be doing better, you hold them accountable, and you never want to just be like, oh, that's good, that's good, that's great all the time, even when you know that it's not. Like that doesn't serve anybody, and it doesn't. So it's nothing wrong with to question, and it's nothing wrong with you know, being skeptical. Like I think that's important. Like skepticism is real, but I also think that like as an adult thinking woman, who has a strong sense of like perception, that like I can definitely say with a bit of confidence that like he is fishy, but he's a smart man, but he's fishy.
Everybody's fishy, man. We can have this
I'm
conversation all day.
I'm not.
No. I mean, like everybody who's in these circles are we can say
Right,
that.
I will agree with
We
that.
can say that. I mean, really can. If we really wanted to dive deep and be conspiracy theorists, guys, we can make videos and shit all day. Literally, a lot of contradictions.
They ain't been real since Malcolm. I'm just playing.
And then this nigga Boyce said
Malcolm, I think he was.
Boyce was under fire a while back for talking about Malcolm was gay. You ever heard
Yeah, but I heard about that though.
So like, you know,
but that's not fishy.
But hey, he was the only person saying it. The people was not rocking with him.
He had a back, and it's well known that he had a background. He was in a lot of stuff before he got locked up. But I'm just talking about once he got into doing the work of like giving truth and knowledge to power. I feel like he was legit, and he had a genuine heart about it. Not to say, nobody doesn't, because a lot of people do, but
man, that nigga might have missed the boat, man.
Just read, y'all. Don't be just trusting people's YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah, man. He might have, because Malcolm might have missed the boat also.
What you mean?
We all missed the boat. We all fall short. Glory to God. Straight up. But yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. But don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment. And yeah, all that good stuff. Definingmyselftees.com. Go get you a t-shirt, sweater, a mug. The weather outside is frightful.
Yeah.
Outside is so delightful. So since there's no place to go, let us know. And grab you a mug of cocoa, but use a Defining Myself mug. That was my commercial, right?
Thank you.
Right. Well, until next time, man, we signing off.
Bye.